I recently received an email from Sarah, and she was extremely frustrated because her sleep data is indicating that she's not sleeping well, but she can't figure out why, and asked me if I'd take a look at it. If you look at the screen right here, this is a report that's on your Garmin app, both on your phone and on your connect.garmin.com Garmin Dashboard as well. This report you've seen numerous times in videos that I've put out before, where you're looking at the ratio of deep sleep to your awake time. We've talked about this numerous times in the past, where what we're looking for is quality and quantity associated with sleep. So if you're getting 8 hours of sleep, that's great. That's the quantity, but what about the quality? We want to be getting 2 hours of deep sleep, and we want to be as close to 5 to 10 minutes or less awake. But what I wanted to share with you in this video was the amount of times that you toss and turn during the evening is having a negative impact on your sleep quality, and I want you to stop and think about why. Look at the screen right here. Now, for those of you that are comfortable and familiar with the Garmin, look at the very bottom of the screen. See where it's dark blue, light blue, magenta? Well, that's just coming from your normal report on sleep, where it gives you your breakdown of total hours of sleep, REM, deep sleep, awake time, and all that goes with it. But what this report is doing is this one is showing you, each hash mark above is showing how many times you're tossing and turning during that block of sleep. Dark is deep blue, light blue is that REM, pink is the awake. Now there's a couple things to observe. What you will notice, and I don't want to get too far or get too deep without frustrating anybody, you may have heard the word circadian rhythm. And when your body first goes to bed at night, you should fall into deep sleep relatively quickly, and you want to stay there for an extended period of time. Once you go through deep sleep, light sleep, and then magenta, that would essentially cube out one sleep cycle. Well, if you go into this movement report and you get towards the end of your night, as your body has completely rejuvenated itself and your body starts to stir and it starts to move more and more, this is because the cortisol levels are naturally in the blood starting to elevate. This is what makes you wake up without an alarm. This is your perfect circadian rhythm. Your cortisol levels are low at the end of the day. You're tired, you go to bed, you're good into deep sleep. You go through your sleep cycles, 5 to 6 ideally. Your cortisol levels naturally elevate, you start to stir, and then you naturally wake up on your own, preferably before an alarm. Just a little side note, if your alarm goes off and you're finding that you're in your mode of deep sleep, this is why you wake up almost not remembering where you're at. What day is it? Where am I at? It's because you're literally in the deepest mode of sleep. Now again, I know we don't live in a glass house, but this is why we'd like it in a perfect world. Go to bed early enough, train your body to be tired by, let's say, 10 o'clock. You're in bed, literally asleep by 10 o'clock. Let the body go through its natural sleep patterns. Let it completely rejuvenate itself, and then you wake up without an alarm. That's a complete circadian rhythm. I've put together a video talking about why first responders struggle with this, and particularly this is why their body fat numbers are so high, is because they're going to bed when they should be waking up, and they're waking up when they should be going to bed. And it's very, very difficult. So the body's producing cortisol, and it's just overworking the system, and they put on unwanted, what we call stress fat, increase in adipose tissue because of excessive stress. So when we're coming back to this conversation about, I want you to be a student of your sleep quantity. It's pretty simple to see. But now I want you to go in the Garmin and look at how many times are you tossing and turning? How do the different sleeps, deep sleep, awake, REM, all that, how do the numbers look? Now, for the sake of this video, I don't want to be too long, but I do want you to go back and think about something we've spoken about previously. The quality of your sleep is going to be a byproduct of you satisfying hunger with protein and fat. You need to make sure the room is dark and cold and has no audible sounds other than a white noise from the fan or one of the apps with white noise. We need to make sure that you have a process to decompress at night. Go to bed physically and emotionally satisfied. Make sure that you've data dumped all your thoughts onto paper so your brain is literally crystal clear. There's nothing on your mind. You've done everything you can to set the stage for sleep. Now we evaluate the quality of your sleep. So Great question, as always, when it comes to the Garmin. There's so much information that you can extrapolate from it, but you always have to understand the why behind it. Why am I not sleeping well? If I'm getting the quantity, why am I not getting the quality? Look at your interruptions. Look at your tossing and turning. Maybe the room's not cool enough. There could be a multitude of things. But hopefully this analysis gives you a little bit more insight and give you a little bit more encouragement on setting a routine every night. I want to thank all of you guys. The number of emails that are coming in with questions continues to escalate. We're going to continue to put these videos together for you, so please subscribe, turn on the notifications. As always, I want to thank you for your time today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.